And it's another thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to call this. I ain't even got to call it part 2. Where this smoke coming from? I know I'm good. What y'all got going on over there? But my particular setup, y'all, I got mid-bass drivers in my rear deck. I had them on my doors at one point in time. I had them playing down to about 70 hertz. You know, dimpling a little bit, but I know it was just getting that frequency response, getting that frequency range. When I tell y'all, just murdering the highs, murdering it. You know what I'm saying? So it just makes me wonder, like, okay, if it's doing all that at 70 or whatever, I just need about a good high 60 out my subs. I don't like the way 60 sounds on my sub. Don't get me wrong. It's cool to know it's covering that range. I don't like the way that sounds, though. I really don't. I don't like the way it sounds. 50 and below is where it's at for me. Now, don't get me wrong. If a song 60, 70, if a song, because it's been produced, you know what I'm saying, in an artist, musical, studio environment, if that's how they sub, you know what I'm saying, I mean, how they song sounds on that particular frequency, I'm all for it or whatever. But it just brings me back to my dilemma. Okay, if I got the doors hitting real hard and I got the deck hitting real hard, I done gave up on, you know what I'm saying, the mid-range at that point. You know what I'm saying? So, it just make me wonder, y'all, like, if I know, okay, down to 25 hertz, I say that should be my limit, y'all. 25 hertz where I was at. I got a 138 on a song by Trick Daddy that I know. I ain't looking for no test tone. I ain't looking for nothing. I did it on music, aka dynamic. You know what I'm saying? That was the best person to go because I know this is my lowest song that I know. I got some more. I'm just saying, like, going to that I know. Let me see how low your system can go. This is a 25 hertz drop. I'm gonna play that song. You know what I'm saying? But it gotta be from a good source. Like, y'all, if it ain't I don't want to say CD because when you look over the CD, it was really just a storage format. But the way that CD was coded, you know what I'm saying, and programmed when they play that music back, it flags certain DSPs and certain, you know what I'm saying, coded on that CD. Certain stuff is gained and degained on that CD. That's why it sounds the way it sounds. I just stuck with that format, y'all. Like, I carry ALAC, which is Apple Lossless Audio Codec, FLAC, Free Lossless Audio Codec, and Wave. You know, pure uncompressed music. If it ain't them 3 formats, y'all, on a USB drive or a musical storage device, miss me with this streaming bullshit. I was playing something the other day on YouTube on my phone. I had the volume like up. You know how you get that notification sometimes somebody texts you and your volume hit that drop because it's gonna make that notification noise, but that volume don't go back up. My phone didn't even do that, but I just noticed, like, dang. I know I'm playing around with my radio sets, but what's going on with my stereo system? Why is it sounding like a little bit lower? As soon as I plug my USB in, through the roof. On the same volume, through the roof. Extremely loud. Way loud. You know, if they ever get rid of micro SD cards, y'all, and USB because the CD is already gone, if I know I just got high-end audio equipment in my system, it's cool. I really gonna probably transition over at that point to, like, home listening environment because Blu-ray, vinyl records, or your old CDs, it's gonna still be able to exist and live there. I'm not no streaming type of guy. Internet gotta be good, the tire gotta be up, this can't be down. You're depending on too much just to play something back. But let me get back on track. You know, NB say set your sub listening level with a 40 hertz test tone, right? Okay. If I know out that 25, when I did that 138, y'all, I already just said on the previous video, I was 1 click away or 2 clicks away from my max. I had to set at 4 volts pre-out. It's supposed to be at 5 volts pre-out. So I gotta remeter my system before I switch things around heavily or just, you know, really tweak it just to be done with this car for all these years, right? So, okay, let's just say I was getting, ain't no telling, let's just say I got 2,500 watts on that song, but I got a whole AK back here. But that's how low of a frequency there was. The lower the frequency, the harder it is to get the power to that, you know what I'm saying, to that sub. You know what I'm saying? So let's just say, let me bump that up a little bit, because I know my bandwidth for my box is 21 to 60 hertz. I just told you I don't like 60 hertz. So a mid 55 or 50, let's see if I can bump that up a little bit. And at 25, my personal best. Okay, I'm not clipping at the 50 or 55. Am I still getting like the full output on my amp to the subs? I know all ain't gonna make it there. Impedance rise or just the travel is just the way electronics. It ain't gonna make it there. I'm not finna wire nothing down no half on, quarter on, you know what I'm saying, just to make sure I'm getting the power there. You don't know what it's gonna do on music. That sounds good, probably burping, because you know your rise. Music, nah, miss me with it. Miss me with that dumb shit. Miss me with it. Okay, so let's just say, y'all, okay, I was getting 2,500 watts. If I bumped it up to 3,000, I know I had headroom in my 50 hertz. I'm just tweaking it to my bandwidth. That's all I'm doing. I'm tweaking it to my bandwidth. So, you know what I'm saying? That's why I was asking Kip, it'd be on the line. You know what I'm saying? General guideline, or just in general 40 hertz. That's cool. That's how I have it set now. And all the way around, y'all, musically, it sounds good. But just like, you know what I'm saying, if I'm finna go to the lanes, finna go through it metered, go get it metered. There's just something, you know, I can have in my back pocket, knowing that the sound wave is good and that sub can take it. I might go for it. I really might go for it. Cause I got mid-bass drivers, y'all, in my rear deck and my doors. How they sound on 70 or 80 hertz. All I need the subs to do is just a little bit of 60. That's it. So that kind of changed, you know what I'm saying? The game changed like the scenery or whatever. It's just my thoughts on that, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know what I'm saying? My little pet peeve or whatever. Catch you later.